All right, man. The social chameleon, perfect calibration. Now, after watching this video, you'll understand calibration in its most advanced natural game form. We've talked about calibration physically, when you're creeping the girl out, how to walk with, stuff like that. Super fucking good, but there's even deeper that we can go, which is what we're gonna do now. So after watching this video, you'll be able to calibrate even better, not only for you, not only for the girl, but the whole venue outside, and your game just becomes even more stealth, which is a fantastic thing to do. Obviously, as a side note, I can't just drop that mega calibration bomb on a newbie because it will shove him way too much in his head, which is why we've gone through that journey. I mean, I've said that so many times already, right? I'm dropping little nuggets that will get your calibration better and better and better until you're ready for it, because you've been through the call to actions. So far, you've learned everything through reference experiences, and now you're ready to do so. Now, the natural is an expert, highly weird accent here. He's an expert in terms of awareness around him, in himself, and with the girl. He knows exactly if he's too much or not enough. He basically rides this awesome wave of being cooler than everybody else while simultaneously not being weird or too much. Right? Makes sense? And I have to say, calibration is something that is in general learned by doing, which is why I said do the call to actions and everything. Calibration is in general learned by doing, just like, holding the balance on a slack line or something like that, when you're like trying to balance. It's just learned by doing. However, there's obviously things that you can keep an eye open, which are the things I'm telling you here. And then slowly but steadily you start seeing the inputs that provide you with the right kind of information. So it's all about eyes open and know what to look for, and then you learn it even faster. It is still a matter of experience, but you learn it even faster through videos like this. Now, there's 3 stages of natural calibration, or 3 stages to natural calibration in that order. Number 1 is me. The calibration about me. Why is that so important? It's for congruence. And I say that so many times. So many of us men, this is like a men disease in the Western society or society in general. Like, we men, feelings not so good. We got to be cold, and all that. And if you're feeling too much, you're gay and all this shit. No. So we kind of deny our feelings, but with game, it's not a good thing to deny your feelings. You want to be able to know exactly how you're feeling so you can be congruent. You can tap into that full congruence, because remember, girls don't like the perfect guy. They like the guy who's perfectly fine with himself. So you can never know how to be fine with yourself if you don't even know how you're feeling. Also, no more mask. So many guys like, I don't know how I'm feeling, it's weird, so I'm just going to put on hey, like this fake smile shit. And this is usually when you get the instant blowouts, when the girl feels this guy's faking something, he's not perfectly fine with himself, he's a beta male, right? No more of that bullshit mask. You're feeling the way you're feeling, and that's just fine. Remember, whatever state I find myself in is just fine. So turn your attention inwards. I do this exercise a lot, and I'm asking myself, how am I feeling? I'm not saying good or bad, tired. No, I'm really trying to find a proper adjective. Like, I'm feeling agitated. I'm feeling scared. I'm feeling honored. I'm feeling, energetic. I'm feeling freaked out. I'm feeling pressured. Any of those things help you become congruent. And then you drop the mask, and you're like, you know what? It's me. Full on, fuck yeah, me. Why the hell not? Remember, we talked about this earlier. Fuck yeah, me. Why the hell not? Feeds into the FFF. And the cool thing is, if you're able to calibrate to yourself, if you know how you're feeling, if you know who you are, this will be expressed in your body language. You're going to be a lot more chill. There's going to be a lot less resistance. And it's also for your eye contact. Remember, we can fake a lot, but we cannot fake realness. So if you're all mask on and stuff like that, you'll automatically break eye contact a lot more, and you'll be weird and jerky movements. So it will be reflected in your body language, especially in your eye contact. You'll have that magnetic eye contact that just draws girls in because you're perfectly fine with yourself. Now, the second stage of chameleon calibration is the girl. We talked a lot about this. I mean, basically everything we talk about is just how to calibrate with the girl. But for example, verbally, you're able to calibrate if she needs more spikes or if she needs more flatline talk, right? You find the balance between flatline talk and emotional spikes. More about this in the vibing video. Also, in terms of physicality, you should be able to perfectly calibrate if she's okay with that, aka I can do more physicality, or if she's tensing up, not okay with that, aka I should tone it the fuck back. Same with the balance between rapport and arousal, right? Am I becoming boring now? Maybe I should need a little bit more arousal, or am I lacking relatability? The girl can't trust me. I need to get more rapport in there. And also discovering her blueprint to see what the girl responds to super well and then hammering that in. We'll talk more about this in the blueprint video, so don't worry about it here. And the third step is so important when it comes to outside, not just you and the girl. This is where where so many PUA dudes stop. They can calibrate pretty well when it comes to the girl and themselves, but not with the environment. This is the third and final stage of advanced social chameleon, natural game, if you will. The outside calibration, the environment, her friends, the bouncer that is looking, some white knight that is looking, the whole energy of the club. That is outside calibration. That's the final stage of calibration. And this will get you even better and even more stealth. Example number 1, number closing in front of her friends. I see that so many guys doing, right? The girl's there, she likes you, she's on, all the friends are there, and then he's like, you're cool, let's exchange numbers! And everybody's like, staring at them, right? It creates a high-pressure situation for the girl, right? Because she doesn't want to come across as slutty, like, oh my god, I don't want to look like I'm giving my number away so easily. And also she will associate that high pressure with you. Remember, for girls, it's all about emotions. And the underlying communication is, he was cool so far, but now he's doing these things massively uncalibrated. This means he's not socially savvy. This means this is not happening to him a lot, which means he must be in scarcity, which means he is a beta male. So you're actually de-LVing yourself. You're demonstrating that you are of lower value because you don't understand the dynamics. Another example is a friend of mine that was in Miami. I remember one of my first nights of assisting Tyler back in the days. He had good game. He was, very good approach ethic. He was approaching, he was physical and everything. And then it was like in the lobby of the club, and this girl was into him. She's like, yay! And he's just like, yay! And he picks her up and spins her around, and she's like, oh no, wait, because she was like holding her glass, and she drops it on the floor, and makes this loud noise, and then the whole drink was spilled all over the floor of the lobby. And the bouncer saw that. It was, in fact, right in front of the bouncer's fucking nose. Now, the thing is, the guy didn't see that, right? So the guy wasn't aware of the surroundings. He might have calibrated enough for the girls, but not for the surroundings. Now, what did it look like for the bouncer? Like, oh, this guy's like molesting the girls, and she drops her glass. He got the fuck kicked out. He got kicked out, and the entire boot camp, plus me and Tyler, had to leave because this guy got kicked out because he didn't have that awareness of, maybe I shouldn't pick the girl up and spin her around right in front of the bouncer. And the thing is, the girl liked him, but once the bouncer came in, she was all like, silent. Why? Well, why the hell fucking not? She will never ever defend you. Girls don't do that. Girls are not courageous. Her entire social status is being at risk right now. If she would help the weird guys getting kicked out, she will get kicked out too. All her friends will think she's weird. Her entire night would be ruined. So you can never ever expect the girl to help you, even if there's a connection or whatever the fuck. She's probably not gonna do it, and that's cool too. And the most frequent example I see, it's horrible to see that, and I've been there myself. Got to say that, is friends. Friends come in. The guy's talking to the girl, everything good. She's focusing on the girl, and the friends come in, the hand comes in, and drag her away, and they're like, oh, well, why did it not work? Because he didn't see the friends standing there for like 2 minutes, even giving him signs that he should say hi to them, he should be nice, he should show respect, but he's not doing the fuck, and then they drag her away, and he's like, oh, I wonder why this happened, right? Be aware, be the social chameleon, be a little bit aware of your surroundings. And again, why am I telling you this now? Because if I tell it a newbie, he would freak the fuck out. He's like, what does the girl say? What do I do? And then what about the people around? You would just be constantly in your head. But at this point, my friend, you are so advanced in your calibration for the girl, it's almost automatic. In your calibration for yourself, you know that you don't need a mask, you know you've been cool enough. Now you can advance even more outside and get your awareness, even more vision, if you will, to the outside so you can calibrate even better. The 3 halves of the night, as a side note, are basically environmental calibrations. Right? Environmental calibrations based on time, the 3 halves of the night. Remember, you don't want to like pull the girl or be weird or escalate in the first half of the night. In the second half, you can. And in the third half, you're aware that people are, walking home, that's kind of weird, and you got to tone the game back again. That's the three halves of the night. The same with the venue itself. The venue itself is an environmental calibration based on location. Because remember, for example, I see this many times when you're so in state or when you're new and you're very excited, you're creating a little bit of too much craziness around you. You're behaving like, wow, and you happen to be in a very, prestigious Sky Lounge bar or whatever. No, dude, you can't act all like high on your own state shit because it will be weird. On the other hand, I remember how stuck up am I behaving. I remember me and my friend back in the days when we were like how's it called? Peacocking with like suits and like a chain and like I think I even had like a hat or some shit, and we were all like super stylish. We would fit in quite well into the prestigious Sky Lounge, but we were at like a student party with like 18-year-olds, and all they did was like when they're like t-shirts and they're like baggy pants, like getting super drunk on like vodka bottles and stuff like that. By the way, Austria, drinking age is 18. 16 also with like lower levels of booze. But anyway, like, and we're all there like, you're the pickup artist arrived. And we didn't hook shit because all the girls like, you see these 2 guys? Those are weird. Who's wearing suits at a party like this, right? So you gotta be aware that the environment needs to be calibrated for as well. Now, this in and of itself will already result in passive attraction, just like fitting in. He knows how to not make himself look like a fucking idiot. He knows how to not make me, as the girl, feel uncomfortable in front of my friends. Why? Remember, a girl always wants to rise in social status with the guy that she's with instead of sink in social status. So if she's being seen hanging out with a guy who's weird, who's a little too much for that chill lounge, she doesn't want to do it. She's being seen with a guy who's like too stuck up, all like, or like I'm so much better than everybody, even though it's like, some sports dive bar or some shit. She's not going to want to hang out with you because her social status is one of the most important things in her life. Now, I hear the POAs now, and I admit it, I would think so too, and I thought so as well in the beginning. This whole like, but pickup is all about not caring what other people think about me. Oh, fuck the other people. Fuck them. But that's not what the natural thinks. Remember, it's the we frame. It's never me against other people. And I'm doing other people a favor to make it easier to talk to me. Now, sure, it's all about the inner values, and I'm actually a cool guy, but people don't fucking know that if I dress up like a fucking idiot and if I behave like a fucking retard. People don't know that. So I put unnecessary pressure on themselves. And on top of that, I make it unnecessarily difficult for me. Sure, you go ahead and say, okay, I fuck other people, it's just me, I don't give a fuck. Sure, go ahead and do that. Or you make it easier for yourself. And last but not least, in terms of calibration, this is actually pretty cool. Fast approaching versus slow approaching. Remember, so far we said I move my feet faster than my brain can think. Approach the first set there is and all that. That is good, that is perfect. Those are perfect things that get you out of your head, right? But if you reach that state, or let's put it that way, when you reach that state, you don't need fast approaching anymore because to a degree, slow approaching is better. What do I mean? For example, a girl is walking from the bar to the dance floor, has all her 5 friends behind her, and you're like, see our girl approach, hey, what's up? And she's like, well, I'm going, get the fuck out. She can't just stop the whole convoy. Hey, everybody stop. Everybody stop. There's some guy that wants to talk to me. She's not going to fucking do that. So if you take your time for 30 seconds to just be like, okay, she's probably walking from A to B. I'm going to wait until she's there, and then I approach her. I'm going to wait until she's at the bar and orders her a drink. Then I'm going to approach her. You can get yourself in a situation that is a lot easier for you. Again, otherwise you make it unnecessarily difficult for you, right? So you wait until there's a better moment. Now, Very careful with that, because that sounds very counterintuitive, right? Wait for the better moment. No, people say the moment is now, the perfect moment will never arrive. It's very, very true. But I'm not saying this in the beginning, because when I say this to a newbie, he will never fucking approach. It will be the biggest excuse, like, oh, it's not the perfect moment yet. Oh, it's not the perfect moment yet. Oh, it's not the perfect moment yet. But when you're on a level where it's no problem for you to approach, where you don't have a problem with like tensing up and everything, where you can approach at any point at any time, might as well wait 10, 15, 20, maybe even 30 seconds until the right time is there to approach. Make sense? Now, warning, this can temporarily change too. Sometimes I'm just like, I haven't gone out in a week or so because I'm recording the natural, and I'm massively in my head and I have to reach momentum again. Then I'm not going to wait 20, 30 seconds, because I know my brain's going to fuck me over and is going to come up with all these excuses. So I'm going to train myself to move my feet faster than my brain can think, and I approach right away. However, when I get into the state where I'm like, okay, approaching no problem. Oh, I want to approach this girl. I'm going to wait 10 seconds. Okay, now she's at the bar. Now I approach her, right? Then it works a lot better, and you create yourself a lot easier situation. So be careful with that. Only if you have no trouble approaching. Wait a couple seconds and assess the situation. And here's your call to action, buddy. Remember, I love my gesticulation. Remember, this is a fucking program for taking action. This is not a program where you should go to the theory and then circle jerk with your friends about what Max said. No, I want you to take fucking action. I want you to be on that journey of becoming a natural, and we're very far in, and at this point you should have taken massive goddamn fucking action. If you did so, you're the man. Congratulations. I know it can be difficult. Now, call to action here is go out and start expanding your awareness to other people. Where are her friends? Who's she here with? What's happening around me? Where's the second half, third half, first half of the night? What kind of lounge, bar, high energy club am I operating in? And also, take your time with approaching today. Only if you don't have trouble with approaching, take your time. Instead of approaching right away, 20 seconds. Wait 20 seconds, just see what happens. Maybe you realize, oh, actually that girl next to her is her friend. I would have never seen that if I talked to her in the first place very quickly, right? So now I know she's a friend, so I'm going to befriend her really quick, right? Oh, now I know she's on the way to the bar, so I'm going to wait until she's at the bar, right? Do that. Post it in the Facebook group. Remember, you want to be accountable and responsible for your own actions, and we will help you with that. I read that shit myself. Let us know. Take action. I'll see you in the next goddamn video. Cheers.